Kitchen. My name is Taya and today we're going to be making Thai red tea two ways. So let's get cooking. To make Thai red tea, you're going to need obviously the tea. Thai red tea is actually black tea leaves with orange coloring added. I'm sorry to bust the myth for anybody out there who loves this tea. I still do. There's also 3 spices that's added into the tea mix, which is vanilla, cinnamon, and star anise, giving it a really neat flavor. The 2 versions that we're both doing today are both on ice because I love icy drinks, but you can also have them both warm as well, depending on what you like. The first version that we're going to do is the Cha Dang Nom, which is a creamy Thai red tea with condensed milk, evaporated milk, and sugar, making it creamy and delicious and sweet. The other version is Cha Dang Manao, which is a Thai red tea with lime or lemon. As long as it's fresh, that's cool with me. And of course, some sugar to balance it out. You'll find your Thai teas at any good Asian grocer or any Thai supermarkets. On the packet, it will say Thai tea mix, but there are tea leaves in there. So there's 2 versions of this packet. You can get the tea in tea bags, makes life really easy, or you can go the traditional version, which uses loose leaf tea, okay, which you're going to need some sort of like a strainer. Most Thais will sort of use a sock like this. This is a tea sock. This I got from Thailand. It's going to get messed up today. Normally it's not pristine at all. It's orange and, you know, has all sort of food dye in it. So this is basically going to hold the tea leaves, steep it around for 1 to 2 minutes, and then we'll go from there. For the sweeteners, we have sugar. I prefer raw sugar for this recipe. We've also got condensed milk, okay? Now, a lot of people might be wondering, why don't you just use all condensed milk? If you use all condensed milk, what's going to happen? It's going to be a little bit too rich. Raw sugar gives it a lovely sort of sweetness, something that, you know, condensed milk is a little bit different at doing. And as well as that, with the sweetened version, we're going to be adding evaporated milk. Evaporated milk is quite popular in Thailand. It's not only used for drinks, it's also used in things like tom yum soup to give it a nice creamy texture without any fragrant or flavor imparting on the tom yum soup itself. Evaporated milk has a slightly salty flavor, which is going to balance out everything for the tea. For the Cha Dang Manao, for this sour version using lemon lime juice, obviously you need some fresh lemon lime. To make the tea, I'm going to use a jar. This is a nice thick mason jar, so it can handle a bit of heat. I'm going to put my sock into the jar, so you can use a strainer as well. Okay, so I'm going to make quite a bit of the tea because we're doing 2 versions, right? So around about a couple of tablespoons of the tea leaves go in. Straight into the tea bags. Okay, and now we're going to pour hot water straight into the tea. Fine. So now the tea gets steeped for around about 2 minutes. Just let it drip a little bit. Perfect. So I'm going to leave the lemony one for a little bit later. So now that I have my tea, I'm going to add in some sugar. As much as really like. Usually I add in a couple of teaspoons, and then I've got my condensed milk and a good amount as well, because again, it needs to be quite sweet for it to actually flavor all the ice that's going to go in the glass. Okay, and now you just stir, change the lovely color. Okay, and the tea needs to be warm when it's poured over the actual ice so that it melts straight away. Should be quite sweet as well. When you see the tea mates on the street, they actually get poured from container in this fashion to create a little bit of frothiness to it, okay? Okay, so now that I have my frothy tea, I'm going to grab my glass, pour my tea into the glass over the ice. can see that starts to melt straight away. But don't forget, you're going to leave some room for some lovely creamy and slightly salty evaporated milk, like that. So that's the Thai red tea drink. So on to the chama now, lemon tea. We're going to need some sugar, obviously, to sweeten it, as much or as little as you like. And then give it a stir. To dissolve everything. And these glass jars are great because you can see it's stirred through or not quite well. You want to make sure you get a nice balance between the sweetness and the sourness. So now I'm going to cut a couple of slices of limes. That's going to go in the tea. Like that. I've got my glass filled with ice yet again. Put my couple lime wedges in there, little slices, and then I pour in my tea. All the way to the top. Beautiful. And a straw, make it festive. And that's Thai red tea. So guys, how easy was that? You can make that at home anytime. Things like this are lovely to drink when it's hot and humid, like it gets all over the world, especially Thailand. Now, I can't really decide which one I like more, but let me just have a taste to be sure. It's creamy and sweet. So that's good. Chama now, my favorite. So if I was to drink something with food, it would be this one, obviously. Whew. That's good. That lime was from my backyard, so it's pretty potent. Yum. I can't decide. I love both of them, but you know what? I have to be real with you. I never drink it in a glass like this. Street style, baby. Get a bag. Take the straw out. Pour the drink into a bag. This is how I've always had tea, okay? It's never from like a fancy glass ever. When you're on the street walking around, this is what you get. And therefore, you've got a hand to hold other stuff as well as drinking your tea. How classy is that? If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel so I can keep making more cooking and drink videos. For information about my cooking classes, simply go to my website tayakitchen.com.au to find out more details. And until next time, happy cooking and drinking.